I'm mSHEu, welcome back to the channel, and it's been 2 weeks, so let's take a look at how the Marvel's box office is going. Oh no! Turns out that when no one goes to see a movie at the theater, the box office returns kinda reflect that. But this is a film that keeps on breaking records, just not the records that they want to be breaking. Their second weekend was worse than Morbius. Morbius!
It's Morbid time.
It's the #1 movie across the world. Yeah, from the bottom up. And the media, as the good sharks they are, smelled the blood in the water and did not hesitate to take a bite out of everyone involved in this movie. Now, if you haven't watched the Marvels, don't. Watch my review instead, right here. It's very funny. But if there's anything that was truly impressive about the Marvels, was the defense that was run before and after this movie was released. Twitter is certainly the last place you would go to get an unbiased opinion about something. But the amount of people saying that it's the fault of the misogynistic men that this movie flopped was laughably large. The majority of people, which were not a lot if I may add, that went to see the film in the first place were men. If this movie made any money, it was thanks to the boys. Boys! It was the women who pretty much were the target audience for this who didn't turn up. They were probably binging Barbie on their couches, cause that's a feminist movie that made $1 billion+. No one blamed the men when that movie did well. Oh no, bitches were dumping their boyfriends over it. Did that ever happen when Iron Man premiered? No, cause both men and women were watching that film. There were literally hate campaigns made for this movie. That's a bit of a hyperbole, isn't it? There were videos, lots of them, of channels that review Marvel content and reacted to the trailers and the awful publicity, and were saying that after 4 reschedules and the slashing it went through in the editing room, there was a lot of red flags indicating that this movie was not going to succeed. And that's not even mentioning that it features some characters people knew very little about, and a sex and race swapped villain who was incredibly uninteresting.
The Annihilator.
Even the experts said that. A couple of YouTubers saying that this movie was going to flop can hardly be described as a hate campaign.
You should relax a little.
I will never forgive y'all for letting this movie fail.
You have done that yourself.
But after a very lackluster opening weekend, which was totally the actor's strike's fault, because if we would have let the lead actresses speak to the masses, this movie would have totally break the $1 billion mark. Yes? Totally. So, Marvel did a post-premiere interview or tour with the lead cast in order to bring this movie back up? No. They certainly did not.
I've never seen anything like it. We need you.
Yellow Flash saying multiple people approved this. What the fuck? There's nothing anyone could say to justify this. Nothing at all. Not the Marvel stans who are going to the cinema to watch the movie for the 4th time in a row. Get a better hobby, dude. Nor the shields who are coming up with every excuse on why this movie failed and end up defaulting to, why do you hate strong women, bro? We hate boring women and boring films. None of them could hold a straight face after watching this and say, yep, that's some good quality marketing. The one thing I regret about making these videos, no matter how fun they are to me, is that I've searched the Marvels so many times on Twitter, it is now filling my timeline with what I can only call Marvel bots. People, if that's what they are, who only post different snippets of the film and say stuff like, her chasing those cats. Oh my god, I can't stop thinking about them. Broth, she's looking at her wife. Her face when she's making that little tantrum is so funny. Kamala really did that. Hashtag the Marvels.
You seem
Excited.
manic.
I am.
Verging on
Ecstatic.
psychotic.
These are different accounts. Who is the poor intern they have locked up in a basement tweeting this? Someone please send him some food. One thing they all have in common is that all of them have their comments turned off. Fucking cowards. But the biggest and most hilarious line of defense everyone tried to pull up was in front of Nia Dacosta, who after failing miserably as a director pulled all 5 Exodia cards and literally called us, the fans, the paying customer, not of her shitty movie though, all the derogatory terms we've been hearing from every loser they hired to make a failed Marvel project. The Marvel's Nia Dacosta described critics of woke Marvel as virulent, and violent, and racist, and sexist, and homophobic. Of course, your movie was going to fail. You hired an inexperienced black female director to shoot and write your multi-million-dollar film. A woman, so self-centered she ignores half of her potential audience to only exist in a place of adoration, who left the project before it was even finished, and the bitch doesn't even know how to use commas. To be fair, she did have another movie lined up, and this movie got extended from like 2 years to 3.5 or something like that. But you're the director. That kind of falls on your lap. Christopher Nolan finished Oppenheimer, a movie that ran for 3 hours in 57 days, after cutting a full month of shooting in order to free up some budget for the production design. Your move, lady! And a lot of people are calling out the media and saying that the saddest thing about the Marvels, other than the fact that it was made, and its bullshit narratives, which are kinda honed on facts though, but go on, it's that it's the highest grossing debut film of a black female director. Not true, she debuted with Candyman, another failed film, and yet I haven't seen any of the trades talk about it in the headlines, so let me give her flowers now. Congratulations to Nia Dacosta. Yeah, congrats, her directorial debut is one of the biggest box office bombs in the last 15 years. A financial disaster that is set to lose Disney, potentially, and I'm being diplomatic here, $350 million. And that's not even including marketing. That's a lot of money. You can make another movie with that. You can make 2 movies with that. But yeah, no, congrats, here's a participation award, I guess. On top of that, she's got the cojones to try to burn the fans for her failure. No one's ever gonna watch your shit now. Good luck, genius. To think that the more mature response of all of this came out from none other than the youngest member of the cast. Iman Vellani, who I still know very little about, came out in an interview saying that this movie flopping is an issue for Disney's CEO, Bob Iger, and not for her. I'm happy with the finished product, and the people that I care about enjoy the film. Basically, my job is to act. I did that, that's me done. If this movie flops, that's Disney's responsibility. And you're goddamn right it is. If they're out there spending resources making trailers for cat-loving single women, it's certainly their fault it flopped. And it's Iger's fault for also allowing anyone to, well, make this movie. She also did another interview talking about her excitement for the Young Avengers and the team-up of the different teenage superheroes portrayed in the shows that no one watched. No, it's just not gonna happen. And if it does, it's going to be like the Marvels, or worse. So, no. But she's involved, which is cool. Her saying what she said completely changed my perspective of her. She's not that bad. Even though her character is extremely, incredibly boring. She's an actress. She acted. And then went, yeah, that was fun. If this movie does bad, it's out of my control. So why worry? You're right. Which is so much better than this grown-ass woman refusing to hold the stinking pile of shit that is her movie and saying that everyone who didn't like it is this and that. It's not my fault. I'm a being of light. I deserve to live in a place of adoration. Okay, fuck you idiot, your movie still sucks. But the Rotten Tomatoes scores are still high. Cry more, haters. Yeah, let's take the numbers from a website who openly admitted to tweaking the scores of certain movies to make them look better as a solid quality assurance. In the end, we all saw it coming. All of those who are not high as a kite on that copium, that is. The Marvels and it being a movie fronted by strong women was never the issue. We love strong women, real strong women, and hopefully women who are actual women, because you never know these days. But the moment the MCU was taken over by idiots who saw this as a bad thing and just gave us this instead, that was the moment they should have stopped and realized, we're no longer gonna make any more money out of this, aren't we? No, you're not. But if you watched this fine to you, really was like, check out this video next if you want to watch a good superhero film. Let me know in the comments down below which is the TV show or movie you're excited to watch next year. And as always, I've been Nacho, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.